La Crosse, Wisconsin is a lively Mississippi River town that talks a lot about death.
How many of you have signed advance directives? And how many of you are working on them?
We came to La Crosse because at last count, 96% of the people who passed away here had created advance directives. That's the highest percentage of end-of-life planning in a nation where only about 30% of all adults have such a document.
It makes sense to me because I want to have my family know my last wishes and exactly what they need to do and not have to worry about agonizing over that decision when something happens.
An advance directive is a statement of patient preferences that tells everyone else, this is what I do and do not want to keep me going. And perhaps most important, who will speak for me when I can't. The plan covers all sorts of scenarios and situations.
Well, and it also gets down to, as I understand, specifically to who you want in the room?
Yeah, they can.
Sure. Yeah.
And who you don't want in the room.
Yeah.
None of the people at this
Yes,
Bud Hammis is a medical ethicist with the Gunderson Health System here, who started the program called Respecting Choices 20 years ago, after seeing firsthand what death was like without it.
I found a situation where the young doctors in particular were expressing to me their distress about having to treat patients who were critically ill, many of them quite elderly, and not knowing whether it was what the patient would or would not want. Perhaps the saddest thing I witnessed was to see families ripped apart by this disagreement.
So it was irreconcilable.
It was irreconcilable because, I mean, you know, you murdered mom.
Right.
Kind of feelings.
One key point for Hammis, as he spreads the word to other states and countries, is that patients at the end of their lives often choose to forego efforts to extend them at all costs. That, he says, translates into shorter, less expensive stays in the hospital.
There aren't any right or wrong answers. It's whatever is best for you.
Verona Lockman is a nurse facilitator who's speaking to Gloria Reed about her recently diagnosed lung cancer and Gloria's wishes going forward.
So which one of those choices do you think fits your wishes the best?
I guess maybe stop all efforts to keep me alive. It is okay, I die. I guess it's how I live my life means more to me than how long I live.
In the hospital's critical care unit, Bob Stanton was unconscious and near death from a heart attack. His family was at his side, one of many things he'd made clear in the directive he had completed just days before. Jolene is Bob's daughter.
We had talked with him about how long he wanted life support, who he wanted in the room with him, what kind of medications he would receive. So that was very detailed. It was pretty much black and white.
How important is it to you that this was all sort of buttoned up and done and there's no argument about it now?
Very important.
Gloria Stanton is Bob's wife of 56 years.
So you were on board as he was doing this?
Definitely.
Why do you think La Crosse is doing this the right way? I mean, is it just because they got the word out to you
I think
this
it's
way?
popular, if that's the word to use, in La Crosse, because we've had, good education. When the dust settles and we have our time to mourn, we'll never second guess, did we do the right thing?
Because you know what the right thing was to do.
We do.
Bob Stanton died shortly after our visit.
The ultimate content of this conversation, I think, isn't about death. I think the ultimate topic that's being discussed is how people care for each other. And so what comes out at the end of the conversation is, I love you, and I now know how to take good care of you.